Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Soul Gambler. Yes, this is a, I think this is a visual novel, comic book kind of thing. With slightly disjointed music. I think from what I remember reading, like the little pop-up thing on Steam, the little description is it's based on Goethe's Faust, which I know, but I haven't read. It's kind of a classic one, deal with the devil, Mephistopheles, selling the soul and everything, which I'm guessing is why the title is Soul Gambler. But I don't know exactly what's going to happen, so let's go. As with other games where there's choices involved, I'll try and play as me. I'm thinking about possibly doing not Kato or Shoujo, maybe Hatful Boyfriend, from the perspective of doing the exact opposite of what I would do. So maybe if this is short, we'll do it with this stick. We'll do that with this at some point. I don't know. Well, let's go, shall we? Let's play. A new game. The preface. In my life, nothing has ever happened. Well, you work in an office, of course not. Nothing has ever changed. All days looked exactly the same. I used to think I would graduate and get an exciting job in a big company, and look at you now, mate. But I ended up settling on the first depressing office that accepted me. After all, no matter how mediocre it was, most of my colleagues could not even manage to get a job like this. So your classmates, right? Faust, what's the status of the reports? I'm finishing them. They should already be ready. One other thing. Later in the afternoon, a human resources employee will come to perform an assessment on you. Okay. I spent the afternoon dawdling, pretending that it mattered to me finishing my work. Then the human resources employee arrived. I wasn't excited at all for this assessment, so I would accept any excuse in order not to finish those reports. Can I go back? No. Okay. Can I go? No. Hi. You're Faust, right? The one and only. Could you fill this form out for me? Sure. Why not? Alright, so this is who we are. I'm charisma. I'm guessing that's meant to be charisma. I'm kind of likable, and I'm kind of intelligent. Probably more intelligent, but so I think we'll do that. That's me, summed up in 6 points, and not very well. How strong and healthy. Right. I don't know. I'll go with that. Depends what that means by likable and charisma and charismatic. But do I drop one off there and put it into health? No, we'll go with that. I have 6 points, don't I? I have a D4. Or should I just pick? No, I'll guarantee one in intelligence, but then I will randomize where the rest of them go. Right, so health, intelligence. Oh, that didn't roll properly. That went off the table. Manipulation. Health. Final point. Come on. One. That's just ridiculous. I think we'll stick with my original one. We'll go with that. That was a waste of time. Let's go with that. You were born on the same day as my son. Okay, that's... right. Well, it's only a 1 in 365 chance. Not much of a coincidence. Well, it's still quite big. I mean, a 1-to-1 person. Then again, if you take into consideration the number of people she would know and probably have a relationship with, I mean, you only need, 23 people to make it a 50-50 chance? So, I mean, particular, but, yeah. Okay, that's all I need, thank you. As I do every day, I left work and went to the bus stop. The bus stop had even fewer people than that day, just me and some old lady. She wore strange clothes, an awkward mix between a gypsy, a beggar, and a mad professor. It seems that your day wasn't very pleasant, boy. You can say that. I see your future. Yes, your future is promising. Let me read your fortune. Give me a few coins and I will reveal your future. So... Ooh, they're coloured. Well, I don't think that she is really going to know. It's probably going to be a bit of a con, so sorry, Lady Umbrook. Are you sure? Not even a few coins? You're not going to question the fact I'm at a bus stop and no money? Not even a few coins? I mean, I don't know how much is a bit of spare change, but... what would I do? In real life, I'd probably just be incredibly... But for the game, I think we'll probably... Alright, I do have some spare change. Here it is. She took my hand and looked at it deeply. Oh, palmistry. I remember reading about palmistry once. It's like if you have a faded, like that central line in your hand that kind of doesn't kind of go all the way, or it kind of tapers off at the end, it means you're going to have a really short life. Mine tapers off. I'm doomed! Interesting. I see that your life does not make you happy. Yes, because you can tell that from his hand. Your life is not a life of pain and suffering. Your life is rather boring. Nothing seems to happen. Everything looks the same. How on earth could you tell that, considering I have a boring dead-end office job, you know, and I've probably come from that, and that's what most people who do, at this bus stop do. But in a very near future, I see an opportunity that could change everything. Just now, if you buy my products. Oh, I see, yes, here. I see that if you do not accept your destiny, something terrible will happen to you. Very scary indeed, but what is this opportunity of which you speak? A pact. A pact is never a good thing. A deal, an agreement, yes, but a pact? The opportunity to make a pact with your inner demon, it gets worse. And sell your soul. And then you get into theological understanding of what is a soul. Is it you? Because you can't really sell you, really. Well, probably could. But, yes, you can't sell your soul because that's you. Right. The soul has the power to alter the fabric of reality. Then why don't people do it more? Sell my soul? Okay, let's say I do this. What do I get in return? Don't even entertain the deal, dude. Wisdom, money, fresh fruits. I felt a sense of vertigo, and in the blink of an eye, everything around me was different. Yes, the old woman is not looking so old. I still was at the bus stop. It was the same place, but I was in a dark and twisted version of it where everyone had goatees. It looked like something created by an artist of macabre taste. Women and money are among the most common wishes. Concerning the fresh fruits, that can also be arranged. Was it women? I thought it was wisdom. Oh. What is this place? Who are you? What has happened? Yeah, that's kind of my immediate reaction. What is this place? The place is exactly the same. What has changed is your perception of reality. And who are you? I'll be your guide. I'm here to help, advise, and comfort. And what's happened? You're awake. Now you can see a reality that is beyond what meets the eye. You are one of the few chosen ones who have the privilege of possessing the power to transform your wishes into reality. This just seems too good to be true. Indeed. But everything has its price. And what you need to sacrifice to get what you want is your soul. For a life of eternal suffering in hell? You silly boy. There's no such thing as eternal suffering. You would say that if you're trying to sell me on this deal. If this pact was unfair as you said, we certainly would not have had thousands of people selling their souls throughout history. Yes, you would. It's a bit like, yes, yeah, you wouldn't buy that product if you knew what was in the terms and conditions. No one reads the terms and conditions. Upon making this pact, you'll be granted access to a powerful mystical being. he will be able to fulfill your wishes. Men are used to calling demon these creatures they consider evil, but this is not the case. He will only give you what you ask for, with the twisting and pedantry and everything, I'm guessing. It's up to you to accept to use the energy of your soul to make wishes. You can make the pact to have access to your demon, and this will cost you nothing. However, if you accept what he offers, you'll have to give up a part of your soul in exchange for your wish. I looked at my hand and realized I was holding a dagger. To make the pact, you have to make a cut in your hand. If you prefer to continue living an empty and dull life, as you have been living until this day, just let the dagger fall. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and... considering I'm tempted to see what will happen here, because I'm guessing it's the game's very much focused on you make the cut and then the story progresses. I want to see, is it just game over if I let the dagger fall? And it's what I would do. So I let the dagger fall off my hand. Again, that feeling of vertigo, and in the blink of an eye, the bus stop was back to normal, and the old woman, and the not-so-old woman, were gone. I was confused. I thought I'd nodded off and just had a strange dream. I was still trying to understand what happened when the bus finally appeared. Finally I was home, but I wasn't feeling alright. My entire body was aching, my head was spinning and my mind was cloudy. My eyes felt heavy. My legs buckled, and then everything faded to black. I woke up lying on a stretcher. There were devices attached to various parts of my body. You're awake? This is unexpected. How are you feeling? Tired? Weak? Dying? What happened to me? We're not entirely sure yet, but in fact you're dying. At least that's what we know. Your health keeps getting worse. We do not know why this is happening, because my health stat is only 0. I don't understand. How did I get here? A resident of a nearby building saw you passing out and called the emergency. You got lucky, young man. You could be dead by now. This was really weird. Not the fact that I was dying. That was just the last straw. I think intelligence good. The really weird thing was that the only nearby building was an abandoned building, and it was located 3 blocks away. Aha. Keep yourself quiet. You need to rest. I requested more examinations to better understand your health status and what happened to you. If you need anything, please call the nurse. I couldn't understand this entire situation. It's what the old woman said, that if we didn't accept our destiny, blah 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 blah. I'm guessing. I felt confused. I felt weak. I tried to speak. I tried to ask, but I couldn't. Not long after that, a familiar face walked through the door. It's time for your medicine. The scene was bizarre. I couldn't believe it. It was the old lady from the bus stop, dressed as a nurse. Her clothes looked more like a Halloween costume than a proper uniform. What have you done to me? I did nothing. You denied your fate. I warned you this could happen. You will get worse, and one of these physicians will be able to figure out what is wrong with you. But if you make the pact, you could ask your demon to heal you. Vertigo. Dizziness, and it was all weird. It was the same hospital room, but more bizarre. Oh dear, tentacles. Skulls. You don't need to die like this, Faust. You have the opportunity with which many have dreamed. Accept the pact. I felt something in my hand. A dagger. Cut your hand with the dagger. Make the pact. I'm guessing if we do that now, we die. I'm guessing this is a point where the game suddenly, where that'll be you die. So I think we're gonna have to make the cut. Okay, for the sake of the game. No pain, not a single drop of blood, but instead a light that glowed strongly, and left me with a blue scar. I felt that vertigo again. I closed my eyes. When I opened them again, the hospital had returned to normal, and the old woman stood there, smiling at me. Ho ho ho! I see you've decided to live. Look in the mirror and accept the offer that your demon will make you. I looked in the mirror, but what I saw was not my reflection. It was me, or rather a version of myself. A simpler version, more binary. Not sure that's the correct word, but made of raw desire. Polarized, maybe. For 10% of your soul, I can cure your illness. It was disturbing to see my distorted reflection asking, in such a trivial tone, for a part of my soul. 10%, that is quite something. The cost of a wish always reflects the value it has for you, and there's no way to change that. Oh, I understand. Oh, so if that had been higher, I might have been able to get it for lower. For 10% of your soul, I can cure your illness. So, what have you decided? I'm guessing we're going to have to do it. As if by magic, I felt all my strength returning to me. I feel better. Much better. That's the idea, right? You are alive and you have made the pact. Now I can go. Good luck, honey. That old lady. She was having so much fun with this whole situation. In a few days, I left the hospital and went home. Well, at least I got time off from my work. Once again, I saw myself in a dark version of reality. I see you made the pact. I can feel the mark upon you. Have you decided what will be your first wish? No, not yet. If I might, I'd like to make a small suggestion. You're not very strong. Have you thought about how it would be to have a better body? The healthy and strong body of an Olympic athlete would look great on you. For 10% of your soul, I can make you as strong and healthy as an athlete. Which I'm guessing... I don't know what that... that might just be a +1. No. We did that because we were going to die. So... I'm happy just the way I am. You know best. This kind of change could be useful. I think you should rest and relax. Your life will hardly be as dull as it was before. See you soon. Bye-bye. In the blink of an eye, she was gone, and I was in the real world again? It was late, so I decided to sleep. Chapter 1. The Game. It was another awful day at the office. I still couldn't tell why, but my work had always been annoying. But now it felt... Why did that go bling? But now it felt more annoying than ever. Faust, you're falling behind in your schedule. I need you to catch up immediately. Stay here until you finish everything. But what? I'm still recovering. Our work cannot be delayed because you don't take good care of yourself. Not to mention that it's our company that pays for your health insurance plan. You should stop mumbling and begin to work immediately. Each minute took hours to pass. I was the only person there and I hadn't gotten through half of what I had to do yet. Why me? Why, you ask? Because you want to, that's why. You could transform your boss into a camel if you wanted to. Or this office into your very own harem. Instead, you choose to spend your days working in a job you obviously hate. I'm trying to think what... We've got the power, but we should keep... Or should we keep our soul? At least I keep my whole soul. Are you sure you want to do that? Such a short life shouldn't be spent doing something dull just in exchange for money. I agree with your love. I think you've already sold your soul, don't you think? If you're going to sell it, at least do it to the highest bidder. In a way, I guess you're right. For 3% of your soul, I can finish all your work. I call that a good offer. Are we going to barter? No. Deal. Get rid of these reports. In a glimpse, they were gone. And my work was all finished. I could leave the office now. I got out of the office and went to the bus stop. I had lost the last bus of the night. Right now my only option was to wait for a cab. The night is young. Why don't you go out, relax, meet new and exciting people? Ugh, new people. Let me guess. You're taking me to a place where I pay for beer with my soul, right? You're such a silly boy. I had something else in mind. There is an interesting place, a nearby pub. Why don't you go somewhere else to have fun and relax? I've been stressing out about work. Let's do that. That's not a bad idea. Let's go. Since you are going, I think it's better to warn you. There's a special girl in this pub. There's always girls in these places. But not like this. We could say that she is your soulmate. Or one of them, at least. I don't really believe in those things. Oh, there are many soulmates for each person. Meeting a soulmate is a life-changing experience. A soulmate compels you to become your true self, the very best or very worst of yourself. Believing or not, go down this street and you will find the pub. As always, the world came back to normal and she was gone. Alright, it's decided, I think. Let's go to the pub.